everybody, and welcome. So today is World Card Making Day, and I'm so excited that you was able to join me today. So for my card today, I'm going to be casing a card that I received in a swap. So this is the card that I received, and this is, I don't think it had a name, who it was from. Let's see, let's open it up. Because sometimes people put stuff on the inside. Nope. So I don't know who it came from to give them credit, but this is what we're making. So I did make a sample here, and the only difference here is, in looking at it, I just realized that she sponged the edges, and I didn't sponge right there, but that is an easy fix. Okay. So what you're going to need for this project is a piece of basic gray cardstock, and this is going to be cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to score at 4 1/4, and then that's going to make your card base. Okay. Then you're going to need a piece of basic black cut out by 4 by 5 1/4, and then a piece of Whisper White cut out at which is 5 by 3 3/4. And when your trimmer is not as sharp, you're gonna get these little frayed edges. But if you have a sander, you can just go around and just smooth out those edges. I actually meant to do this before I started this video and completely forgot. Okay. You're also going to need another scrap piece of Whisper White to do your stamping. A piece of the Halloween Night Designer Series paper. Another little strip of basic black. And a strip of pumpkin pie for stamping. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the stamping out of the way first. So I'm using, like she did, the little mummy. And I'm actually coloring this in using Spectrum Noir markers. So you're going to need your tuxedo black ink. Okay. And I have a new desk in here. I've been throwing away things in my craft room. I still got a lot to do, but I managed to clean up this little space for myself, and I've been working really hard at keeping it neat and clean. So I'm not allowed to have a whole bunch of projects on here. So I'm going to use this IG1 and IG3, and I'm actually going to go in with the darkest first. I actually did it the other way last time, but just to speed things along here, because I'm not going to speed this up because I just want y'all to see the process that I'm going through. So this weekend was my grandmother's 82nd birthday party, and it was an amazing weekend. Well, I'm sorry, last weekend. I'm filming this a little early. And so, it was so nice to be able to see family that I've never met. Some actually don't live far from me. And we also got to see my uncles and my aunts, and I got to see I got to meet 2 of my cousins that live in Puerto Rico. There's actually 3 of them. The oldest, she couldn't make it, but we've met before. The last time we seen each other, though, we were 15 years old. We're only a couple of months apart in age. There we go. So that was nice. That was the only little bummer, but I told them, I said, you know what, we're gonna have to go to Puerto Rico one day, because over 26 years ago, my uncle moved to Puerto Rico. His wife is Puerto Rican. And he said he, never once thought about looking back. He loves it there. Get these blended. So it's actually nicer to put your your lighter color on first, because it really does help with the blending. So I'm just having to work this just a little bit more because of that. Okay. And I got to see my dad. It's been a couple of months, so he has a rare case of the rare form, I should say, of lymphoma. So he has to go do something with his bone marrow next week, and then on the 3rd, I think he said, he is starting his chemotherapy. But he looks better than what he did the last time I saw him when he went in for his initial surgery. So, and it was so funny. I always think people who are on anesthesia are so funny. Because when I went back to go see him, he was like, "Why are they prescribing me pain medication?" And I was like, "Because you're in pain." He's like, "I'm not in pain." I'm like, "Daddy, that's because you're on pain meds right now. You don't feel nothing." So by the time I took him home, he started feeling his pain. Okay, so now, did I just completely, I just lost my punch. Okay, so now we're just going to punch our little mummy out. Trying to get it lined up. Okay. Okay. So we got that done. We're going to move that off to the side. Put this in my little bin right here. Okay. So now I'm just going to break out this piece of pumpkin pie. And you're going to need your stamping mat for this, because, well, I guess I should have told you, and I didn't even bother to say it, was the stamp sets that we're using are Cookie Cutter Halloween and Spooky Fun. So for the Spooky Fun stamp set, we are using the Sentiment Happy Halloween. Completely forgot about that. I don't know how I even did that. Okay, let me see. I don't have to stand up for this one. Okay. Like that one. Okay. So, and it was quite funny because my parents are actually divorced now, and my dad, he's remarried. They've been married for oh God, let me see. Hold on, because my brother is, how old am I? I'm 35, so my brother is 28. Just turned 28, I believe. And okay, everybody, I am back. I am so sorry about that. I'm filming on my phone, so I had a storage space issue, and I had to go in and try to delete some stuff. I need to figure out how to film on my iPad. I mean, I know how to film on my iPad, but I don't know how to get a good setup with it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start building our card. I feel like I got a piece missing. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. So now I'm just going to place my little mummy right there, just so I can see where to stamp my bats. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just dropped my ink pad all on the floor. Okay. So we're going to have one bat going this way. Another bat going this way. And another bat. I'm going to turn him that way. Okay. And I thought about sponging these edges, but I don't feel like going to look for a sponge that is black. Actually, you know what? I think I am. Let's see. I have a lot of old sponges here. So let me just see. Okay. So I'm just going to use this old sponge. Have to be perfect. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna start putting this together. That's a very strong adhesive that I'm using. So you do want to be careful when placing it down, because once it's stuck, it's stuck. I just want to make sure I have enough space on both sides of this. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and make our little banner on this one. So what I do is when I do my banners, I like to make the piece longer than necessary. And that's just because I can always, if I mess up, I can cut it down. I can redo what I need to do and cut it down later. So like now I know I'm ready to cut it down. And I'm going to go right about here. And that piece is going to go right about there. Okay, so I'm going to take my basic black piece. And make a banner. So I do know that these need to be roughly the same size. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and lay these two down. Okay. And so this weekend also has been a very eventful in the DC area. I was actually out of town, but this weekend the African American Museum had its opening ceremony, I should say, this weekend, which was kind of cool. So I said eventually I'm going to take my daughter there so she can learn more about our history. So I can't wait to do that. Okay. So now this ribbon I'm using is in the now I don't remember the name of the suite. Oh. It's the glitter ribbon combo pack here. And it has sweet sugar plum and this silver ribbon. I'm just trying to get this to how I want it to be. I'm just going to clamp down on it right there. And I'm going to use my little mini stapler here to hold that together. And then I really like how I trimmed this edge, so I'm gonna retrim the edge. Okay, so now I'm just going to use some of my adhesive right here. You do got to be a little careful right here. This is where it gets a little tricky. I just add just enough that it adheres to the card. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and adhere this piece to our card base. And you really don't need to put all of this much adhesive like I'm doing, because this is a very strong glue. So just getting the corners and maybe some of the sides would be just fine. Okay, so now we're going to stick our mummy on with some dimensionals. So I'm going to put one on the head. Last time I put one here, but this is a little bit bulky, so I'm going to add it to the legs. Okay, I'm going to take my little sentiment here. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive in the middle. Okay, and so the last part of this is our rhinestones. The other ones I did a little bit of the other card I did the bigger rhinestones just because I'm just trying to use them up. But the medium-sized ones will work just as fine. But you know, we gotta bling this up. Okay, and there we go. So here is my card for World Card Making Day. So thank you for joining me today, and come back soon for another video. Alrighty, bye-bye.